Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a live. Not really live. What am I talking about? Welcome to Different Paddles. I'm your host, Adam, alongside our glorious panel of Steven, and back from their suicide missions, it's Andrew and Carroll. Andrew has finally decided to stop Rick flagging himself.
It's too tough, man. I mean, you just think you're going to stop, but then you just keep going back for more.
Sadly. And Carroll's back from his test run.
I don't want to be here.
Oh, and Carroll sounds different. He decided to finally get that sex change.
Hey. Sick. I just don't want to be here.
So, we'll talk about the big news later.
Can we get that out the way first? So
I'd appreciate if we got that done now.
Okay. So, finally, after years, months,
according to Andrew, decades
of speculation, of complaining, of wanting, and to most people needing, Sony and Marvel finally came to the agreement, and Spider-Man will be coming back home to Marvel officially. But he makes his debut return in Captain America: Civil War.
Debut return.
This is it's essentially the probably, I guess, the biggest news in comic books since they said we were getting Batman and Superman.
Can't you hear how excited we all are?
Well, see, we're divided into two camps here. There's one, actually, I think Adam's sort of in his own camp. There's sort of three, I say. The one that gives no shit, so I'm sure you'll be able to guess who those people are. There's one that is ecstatic and would sell his mother to see the movie right now. And then there's Adam.
Yeah, I'm kind of in this bucket where I'm excited, but...
See, I don't get... I hate this, the fact that everyone's been asking for this for years, and now that it's finally happened, they're like, I don't want it anymore.
I never asked for this at all, so don't lump me.
I didn't ask for this either. They need to stop rebooting the franchise.
I don't want to see
care.
I don't want to see a Spider-Man in the movie.
Let's put it this way. One of the big ideas at the moment is the possibility of it being Miles Morales instead of Peter.
If that happens, fuck that.
Diversity.
Would we? I don't know if it's me, but
Wait, no, hold up. You're the host, Adam. Let the guest speak first.
What? I didn't even get to give the question.
No,
I get the question.
No, I wanted to say this to Andrew.
The question is, would we prefer Miles over Peter?
Yes.
No!
Yes.
I would.
Let me explain.
I wouldn't.
No, let me explain.
We'll start with Steven.
No, I think no.
We need more black characters.
No,
fuck that.
I think I know what Carol's going to say. I'm going to let him speak his piece first.
All right, Carol, explain why you would rather have Miles.
Because it's a new story. Not the same story over and over again.
I completely agree.
I agree.
Not going to get an origin story.
Yes, we are. We are.
We've seen Peter Parker in 5.
Marvel and Disney made it clear that from this point on there will be no more. The movies will not be devoted solely to an origin story. Though you will get a slight origin, but the movie will be more devoted to the character interacting in the new world. So we won't get if Peter was it, we wouldn't get like Uncle Ben dies and shit. We'd probably get like a quick 5 minutes of explaining a backstory. But I think a fresh new beginning would be nice if we had Miles Morales.
I don't want them to use Miles for a couple reasons. One, if they finally got Spider-Man back, use Peter Parker. Just use him.
Why use the character that's been used again?
Well, here's the thing.
Because he hasn't been given proper justice yet. We've been given one side that's the nerdy version done to perfection, one side that's the badass done to perfection. We haven't gotten that perfect Peter Parker yet.
Well, here's the thing. From what it seems like for me, at least, more people are excited about the Spider-Man character being brought back more than the Peter Parker character. And now, if they did Miles in the comic books, Peter is part of the same universe. Peter actually gives Miles the...
I'd be fine with Miles later on. I just think they need to start with Peter.
And they could go against with the whole...
Okay, wouldn't it be cool?
Let me explain, Adam. They could go with the whole thing that there's rumors that... Oh, fuck, what's his name? I forget his name. Black guy from...
Donald Glover.
No, not that. I know who Donald Glover is. I'm talking about the black guy from Captain America.
Oh,
Falcon?
Falcon. That Falcon might be replacing Captain America, and that little Mexican kid in Iron Man 3 might be replacing Tony Stark in 4. Or whatever. You know who I'm talking about, Steven.
He was white.
Hey, the little white kid, is that better for you?
Yes.
That little white kid in Falcon might be replacing Captain America and Iron Man eventually.
Well, if they're gonna replace Captain with anyone in the movies, it's gonna be Bucky.
They said Falcon. It's gonna be Falcon.
they're gonna follow how it is now in the comics.
Yeah, and the thing is too that
So Thor's gonna be suddenly Darcy's gonna be Thor.
And if
Thor 4.
Miles Morales is cast, there's only one person that can play him, and it is Donald Glover.
I agree.
I think
I don't know. I mean, you can say things,
is a theory
but
that
we have a lot of characters now where they're going with the diverse version because, it's different. I think with a character like Spider-Man, you need to kind of start him with Peter, because that would be if we're gonna make a Batman movie, but he's not gonna be Bruce Wayne. He's gonna be this new guy.
That's different, though. There's only been.
I think it's different because
there's only been what?
You
3
see,
Batman?
Spider-Man's more of the mask.
Yeah, there's been 3 Batmans, right? No,
Well, let's see. Dick Grayson took over for a short period
and then
of time,
Damian,
Azrael, and Batman. So 3.
Damian.
4.
And then if you want to count fucking Batman Beyond.
No, it's a different.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if you want to count that.
Here's a theory that I have that I think would be awesome, and I think it'd be a huge shocker. So, end of Avengers, right? Post-credit scene, Spider-Man. No Peter Parker. Spider-Man.
The thing I said is the end credit scene for Ultron can be whoever it is being bit by the spider.
I don't know. It should just be Spider-Man, right? Maybe off in the distance, Spider-Man, boom.
Well, Miles' costume is a lot different than Peter's, so...
In Civil War, Spider-Man is supposed to have a huge part. Apparently it's supposed to be Black Panther. There's no confirmation of whether or not they're going to go with Spider-Man in that role, or if Black Panther's still going to be the guy in the middle. If it is Spider-Man, wouldn't it be more of a shock for the public that when he reveals the mask, it's Miles Morales instead of Peter? I think more people would say, holy shit, that was not expected. Go watch it. You won't believe what just happened. It would get more of a buzz. I think people are sick and tired of Peter, not because the character's not good. We've seen 5 movies already with Peter in it, and each one, and it gets progressively worse as time went on.
And here's another thing. Donald Glover has a
I don't
wider...
think he'll do it. He's too busy.
But just say he does, okay? He has a wider fan base than the other 2 favorites for Peter Parker do.
Logan Lerman's getting there.
Yeah, but Donald Glover has Community, he has his acting stuff, and then he's in the Lazarus Effect, which might be big, might not be. And then he has his music career, which is big. So he has a bigger fan base for more people to come in and watch.
I think a new direction would be really cool. Marvel, when it comes to not Spider-Man, when it comes to the cinematic universe, has been able to take not big known characters. I mean, yeah, Captain America and Iron Man are known, but they're not the top tier like a Spider-Man is. And they've been able to take these characters, and because of good writing and good directing and good direction, these characters have become bigger than a Spider-Man. So take a Miles Morales, who isn't the big name, and make him worth something. I think it'd be amazing to see a different character.
I think Miles down the line would work. I don't think right off the bat they should do it. That's just my opinion, but yeah, maybe it's I don't know.
Steven.
Oh yeah, Steven, go.
What is your take? Peter or Miles?
Well, I agree wholeheartedly with Carroll. I don't care. We had in the Lost episode we were talking.
Yes.
About that issue, about casting characters as another race or gender, whatever, just for the sake of diversity. I don't agree with that at all, but I do agree with the fact that we've seen Peter Parker in 5 movies now in a relatively short space of time, and that's a bit overkill.
Now,
and if they want a fresh start, then Miles Morales, and there you go, boom, different angle there.
with this happening, it was also made clear that
Should we talk about how they reportedly did talk to Andrew Garfield about coming back, though?
Well, he's not.
But they
tried. They tried.
Ah, damn it. I really want Garfield to come back. I hope they can figure out a way
What
to
we
get
have
him.
is that we now will have the brand new Spider-Man franchise rebooted with the first movie debuting on July 28th of 2017.
At least they're waiting a bit. At least they're not doing it next year.
We have a new franchise. The plan right now is either there's the main way they're going is they want to go back to the high school Peter Parker. The two people in contendership right now are Dylan O'Brien, I think that's how you say his name, right? Yeah. From Maze Runner, and Logan Lerman, who did
Wasn't the plan for Amazing Spider-Man to be back to high school?
And besides that, there is a huge fan base that are trying to say we want Miles, which they want Donald Glover. So we have that. This now pushes back for the movies, which has actually upset a lot of people. Because in the same boat, people want to see new characters before they see these old characters. People are upset that this movie now takes the Black Panther slot. Now Black Panther's pushed back another year. Subsequently, because of that, Thor Ragnarok is also pushed back to November 3rd. Black Panther will now be July 6th, 2018. Captain Marvel will be November 2nd, 2018. And Inhumans is pushed back to July 12th, 2019. Infinity War Part 1 and 2 will remain in their same slot and in May of 2018 and May 3rd of 2019. Some people are upset that Spider-Man's taking over. Do we want a Spider-Man movie, or did we just want him to be involved in the universe but no reboot of the franchise?
I don't know. A question I have is, because I heard that, they're doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, but Sinister Six and Venom and all that stuff is still going to happen. How is that going to work?
Well, I'll get to that in a second.
Is that going to be the same universe, or is that going to be still the Mark Webb universe?
The deal is that Marvel is going to produce, cast, write, get the director and everything for the Spider-Man movies, but for Spider-Man. Everything else will still be under the Sony marketing. Sony will provide the movie. They'll put their name on it and everything.
Is it going to be connected to the MCU still, or no?
That really hasn't been clarified. It probably will be, but everything that isn't Spider-Man will be still produced and created by Sony, and they haven't made official that we are still going to get Sinister Six and we are still going to get Venom. The Aunt May movie, thank God, has been canceled. And
thank you.
Apparently the female Spider-Man movie has also been scrapped.
I heard they were still going forward with that.
As of right now, it looks like it won't be. The only two that have been confirmed that we are going to be getting is we're still getting Sinister Six and we're still going to get Venom. Meaning that if they're going to do the Sinister Six, it's very confusing. We'll know more about that soon. But, like I said before, Spider-Man's back at Marvel.
My question is because Sony still has some involvement in it, and I can tell the Marvel's going to do a better job with Spider-Man than Sony ever did.
Sony's only really big involvement is it's going to give money.
Do you think that there's still going to be some executive meddling from them to try to put things...
They've made it clear that Marvel has the ability to produce, get the director, get the cast, get everything.
Okay.
All Sony will be doing will be giving Marvel the money, will be giving Kevin Feige the cash to produce this movie, and then they're going to slap their name on it and go. Marvel is getting nothing out of this. Literally, Sony gets all the cash at the end of the day. Maybe Marvel gets a slither, but Sony pretty much gets all the cash at the end of the day.
Wow. Because I was worried.
But that's only for the Spider-Man movie. When it comes to Civil War, Marvel gets all of the Civil War cash. Sony gets nothing. So it's sort of we work together for both of our parties to get somewhere. it also has a lot to do with the fact with the Sony hacks and Amy Pascal had to drop and leave, and she was like the driving force behind this, and her last thing she did before she left was make this announcement. This does hurt Sony a little bit. This helps. This is actually a really good thing for Sony because after the hackings, they lost a lot of people who left because of issues with emails and stuff, so them getting this money back in return is a good thing. This Sony hacking, as bad as it was kind of a good thing because now it helps Sony out in the long run, and everybody finally gets the web slinger back in the cinematic universe.
Because I was kind of worried to be like, yeah, because of Sony, it's like, yeah, we got the first Spider-Man movie, but like, oh, nope, Sony wants to throw the Clone Saga in midway through the movie, so we got to do that.
Now,
just make it another clusterfuck.
I'll throw this out there for everybody.
Even though Scarlet
With the
Spider-Man
idea of Spider-Man back and the issue with Black Panther, would you still want Black Panther to be the driving force in Civil War as the man in the middle, or would you want it to go along the comic books with Spider-Man? What do you want from Spider-Man, Carol?
I don't care.
What do you, honestly here?
I mean,
what do you want?
They probably have already dedicated a whole plot to it, so why change it?
Do you think Spider-Man is going... Oh, here's a better question. Do you think Spider-Man is going to hurt the cinematic universe?
Honestly, yeah.
Explain.
Because I feel like everybody's gonna be like, oh, you know, there's gonna be some fans who, when Spider-Man is on screen, are gonna be like, where's Spider-Man? I want Spider-Man. And then they're gonna be like, oh, this movie isn't good because there wasn't enough Spider-Man. There's people like, oh, this movie had too much Spider-Man.
That is a huge concern right now, as people are worried that Spider-Man might overtake the story arcs in these Marvel movies. That they're going to start focusing all on Spider-Man and not everybody in a whole. Because the one thing Marvel's been able to do is they've been able to take all these characters when they put them together, and everybody gets somewhat of a bit of screen time, minus probably Hawkeye, but it looks like it's going to happen now. With Spider-Man coming in, people are worried that Spider-Man's going to take it's going to be 50% Spider-Man, 50% everybody else, where it's been pretty much equal between everybody. Steven, Spider-Man going to hurt the cinematic universe?
I imagine they have their long-term planning, or else they wouldn't release that.
But do you think him now in it is going to affect these movies?
Well, like I was saying, I think there's an echo. Anyway, as I was saying, I think they had a long-term plan, and that long-term plan, I'm sure they had at least bullet points saying, yeah, we want this has happened in each movie, and of course, considering the movie's connected, if they're going to shove Spider-Man in there somewhere, in however many movies, they're going to have to change stuff now. And I think, like Carol said, it's going to be an issue where they'll either have too much Spider-Man, too little, and then whichever way they go, fans will complain. And that will result in them maybe putting him in too much or maybe taking him out too much. And then it's just going to be a mess trying to force him into space he shouldn't be in.
What would you want from Spider-Man?
I don't want to see him in a movie again.
Okay, what if it was Miles Morales? Would you be okay with that then?
No.
So not even if Miles Morales was in it.
Yeah,
Carol,
I think...
say about that? If they went Miles Morales instead of Peter, would you be more open about it?
Depending on... It's all going to depend for me when Civil War comes out.
Yes.
It sounds like a weird thing where the person who plays him's name is on the poster and the billing.
That does have a lot.
If he's
I think it would probably go third, because if Spider-Man does have the middle ground, he's going to be the third main character of the movie.
Well, the original idea was it was going to be Black Panther, and a lot of people were really happy about that because there is a big fan base for Black Panther.
How does that work?
Black Panther is cool, but I think in the end, Spider-Man is the guy that had the main role in the comic, and I think people are going to want to see that more than just a substitute.
The thing about Black Panther where it would work is because the movie is going to follow the idea of Civil War, but it's not going to take completely the story. And the way it was going to tie in is because where Black Panther lives, I forget where it's called.
Wakanda.
Yeah. The stuff that makes Cap's shield.
Vibranium.
Vibranium. That's going to affect, because in Age of Ultron, everything's going to happen, and the way Black Panther was going to be the split in between is because of the vibranium and the issue that happened with Ultron. Pretty much what's happening in New York, or I think they're in New York, is going to affect where Black Panther is, and that's how he was going to be put in the middle because of the vibranium. So he was pretty much going to be like, Iron Man's going to be like, I want to Jew you for your vibranium, and Cap's going to be like, no, you have heart and spirit on my side. That's where he was going to lie. With Spider-Man, it was just pick my side. It seems like it's a better story with Panther because it involves the entire idea, where Spider-Man, it was just Spider-Man, and then of course he reveals his mask, and then we got one more day.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do the reveal in the because I don't think they're going to want to even touch that abomination ever
They
again.
could still reveal him, and everything could still work out.
I don't get how...
Honestly, I think the one thing I'm bummed out more than anything is that we won't be getting any more of Gwen Stacy, which the best portrayal.
She died.
Well, if this is a reboot, she could be brought back.
But Emma Stone.
Well, no, obviously, yeah.
No
You know
matter
what would be
what,
cool?
she's still dead.
It's probably going to
Yeah,
be...
but I more than likely they would have done fucking
If they do
Spider-Gwen or something like
if they
that.
do Miles Morales, there really isn't much of a female...
Good. I'd love to
gay,
see a
isn't he?
superhero movie without a freaking love interest for a
Isn't
change.
Miles, unless I'm saying this
No,
Miles
he's
Morales
not.
gay?
He's not gay. They were thinking about it at one point.
They were thinking about it, but he's not.
I thought he was.
It was a big rumor. If they do Peter, we're going to either get Gwen or Mary. And then we'll have to get a...
How about Felicia? How about we change it up?
How about we don't have a love interest?
Or how about that Chinky's dating in the comics now?
Oh,
fuck.
Don't get a love interest. I mean, people say, Black Widow's a love interest. Not really.
She's
It's kind of
flirted
against your
enough.
code. It's kind of against your code.
But
but
I would just like one movie. To sit down and watch a movie where there's no love interest, no flirting whatsoever. They just get the fucking job done and there. End of fucking scene.
In terms of billing, I think the one thing that you might want to be a bit more worried about with Civil War is Robert Downey Jr. getting the top billing over Chris Evans. Because it will probably happen.
What's so bad about that?
anything.
Well, I mean, it's a Captain America movie and you got Iron Man
It's
as
just
the main
Captain
character.
America movie in name only. It's basically mini Avengers.
So,
It basically is Avengers 2.5.
we got that out of the way, so we'll move from that. But just final thoughts. This will probably be the last thing we talk about for Spider-Man for a long
You
time.
said that
Next
last
thing we
time.
talk-
And
The
watch,
next thing- well, listen.
watch Wednesday. Such and such has been casted as Spider-Man.
Well, if they cast a Spider-Man, at least, if everything comes out now, it makes it better for us, because we don't have to talk about it in the long run.
And the next week, Spider-Man's actually coming out next month. Get ready.
Then we can have a fun review of that, because it would be bad. It'd be like E.T., but for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you get the reference.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts. Steven.
I've got a headache from talking about this.
Awesome. Carroll.
Can we end this show already?
Awesome. Andrew.
Overall, in the long run, I'm really excited. I'm wondering how they're gonna do the characters, like what they're gonna do. I'm excited. I know it's in good hands now. We'll just have to wait and see.
Here, Mark.
I'm sorry if I have a favorite character, Mr. The Flash is the best. All he does is root for
Hey,
it.
I love Watchmen,
Joker.
and I still
Joker.
don't like the movie.
Hey, kids.
I didn't like Amazing Spider-Man 1 that much.
Great.
Or
Not that much.
I thought it was okay. I
Ladies and gentlemen.
actually did like 2.
The following
Alright.
contest is scheduled for 1-4.
Yeah.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
That's why Spider-Man's overrated.
Alright, so
That's
now.
why
we'll watch-
Arrow would
Okay.
lose this thing in a fight.
Oh, hell no.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you would. Anyway.
No.
So, we'll move on to more news in the Marvel side. Ian McKellen recently had an interview.
Just cut to the chase.
Pretty much alluding to the fact
Just
that
cut to the chase.
Magneto will be returning for X-Men Apocalypse. Patrick Stewart, though, will not be coming back as Charles Xavier. He said that he'll be back for Apocalypse as well as the Wolverine 2. Now, some people are speculating that there's a possibility because of all of this, we might get X-Men 4.
I'd be down.
He alluded to that as well.
Well,
But the
what
fact
if-
that we have Magneto coming back makes me happy because I think he's great. we excited for Magneto still being around?
Whatever.
Steven.
Yeah,
That's your answer.
I don't get the point of having him come back and not having Patrick Stewart come back.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, we don't have any confirmation of what his role is going to be yet. All we know is that he's pretty much stating it clear. Magneto's back. We have him for Apocalypse. We have him for Wolverine 2. That's about as far as it goes at the moment.
I know this may be a bit reductionist, but at the end of the day, X-Men, one of the prevailing stories of going through the whole X-Men series, other than Wolverine hogging the spotlight, is the friendship and between, Xavier and Magneto, and then becoming enemies. If you have one there and not the other, it's just weird.
Well, we're still going to have McAvoy and Fassbender.
I know, but
so we still have that.
The
confusion is, how is old Magneto, what's his role in Apocalypse going to be? I can understand his role in Wolverine 2 is going to be, because that's in the future, where Apocalypse is still in the past.
Yeah, I don't get that, because if he's going to be the only future X-Men besides Jackman that's going to be in the movie, then, how is that going to work?
Unless it's a small cameo to lead into Wolverine 2.
Or we gonna get, Kitty Pryde and Iceman and all those guys in this movie as well?
I mean, they could do one of those really, really stupid things, because technically they know about their future selves because of Days of Future Past, that maybe future Magneto talks to Fassbender in his mind as a guiding light.
I mean, I don't think
they would do that.
I mean, despite what people think,
talking about.
Despite what people think, I don't think that we've seen the last of the quote-unquote old X-Men yet. But I don't know what they're going to do with them.
They already recasted, and most of their contracts are up.
Well, those are the young versions. I'm talking about the.
Well, most of the contracts of the older people are up, and Days of Future Past was pretty much what they were saying is the final appearance of these old people. The only reason people are speculating in X-Men 4 is because Magneto is still here.
Honestly, I think the only reason why McKellen is here is because the character is so popular, and everyone loves him as Magneto. But still, I think if you're going to do it, why not just have Patrick Stewart there too? Or maybe he is. I don't know. Because Stewart said he's probably not going to be back.
So, final thoughts. We happy, we not happy? Steven.
The easy answer would be say, I don't care. The real answer is I don't care.
Awesome. Carroll.
I agree with Steven.
Awesome. Andrew.
Am I the only one that actually likes Marvel?
No, I
Hey, there's a Marvel topic that we're going to talk about next, and I'm really excited.
If you want my short answer on that, I am fine with Marvel, but their characters do nothing for me. If they have a good movie, I'll enjoy it, but beyond that,
So, we'll move on. The final piece of Marvel news before we get into a DC and then a miscellaneous comic book topic. Ryan Reynolds gave us a teaser of the Deadpool mask, as well as we know that Gina Carano has been casted as Angel Dust, and and Colossus is going to be involved in the movie. Whether we don't know if it's going to be the original actor from the X-Men franchise or a brand new Colossus, and there is also 6 other characters that are a possibility of being supporting cast as well in the Deadpool movie. And Ryan Reynolds has also made it really clear that the movie, the script, and everything is perfect for all of you Deadpool fans. They're doing this shit right. I'm happy because Deadpool is my favorite Marvel character. Anybody else here excited for Deadpool?
Me.
Even though I'm not familiar with him that much.
I
know it's going to be better than Origins.
You know what my favorite one is? Sleep. That's what I want to get to.
Steven?
I don't know. Not really.
Not a Deadpool person?
No, I liked Deadpool back in 2012. Then they started trying too hard. Then I didn't care anymore.
Well, are you excited for the movie?
If I don't see it...
Everybody says that Origins was bad, but Ryan Reynolds was really good as Deadpool.
Sure, I agree with that. I've only seen
when he was Wade Wilson?
I've seen about 10 minutes of that movie, and weirdly enough, it's part of when he's doing his old wisecracking Deadpool thing, and then part when he's Baraka. For some reason.
Baraka.
Yeah. And I thought it was really good, apart from the whole Baraka thing. But
Apart from that.
Yeah. If I don't see the movie, and I probably won't, I won't lose sleep over it. If I do see it, I hope I enjoy it, and I think it'll be good, but beyond that, yeah. Okay.
Andrew.
Who's the chick who got casted?
Toronto.
Why are they having a female play AJ Young? I mean, they just get a black male.
She's an MMA, former MMA fighter.
Well, you said Angel Dust, and that's AJ. So, they compensate.
Nobody will understand.
Well, he's part of the channel.
Oh my god.
Carroll, Deadpool.
Bed.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'm just wondering, is the movie going to be CGI like the,
by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like it. Cause
well, I've heard some people say like his whole body CGI. I don't know. I'm just...
Well, just because of that test footage?
No, like that's what... I don't know. I'm tired.
Well, if they want to get away with that hard R rating, they might need to. But I'm okay with that if that's the case.
What?
So, that's it for Marvel.
That's it for the show. Goodbye.
We'll continue with Suicide
Spiderweb is sticky.
Now, Suicide Squad has two things. One involving the casting of Rick Flag. The other one was the Will Smith Margot Robbie interview that they did. That's the interesting one. We'll get to that after. As of right now, there are two people that are in contendership for Rick Flag right now. The guy who played RoboCop in the remake, and Carl Urban, who is in talks of either being Black Manta or being Rick Flag.
Hold on. What now?
Yes.
Black Manta.
Carl Urban is
Get the
in
fuck
talks.
out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
No, Black Manta for Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm telling you to get the fuck out of here.
You don't like Black Manta? You happy
I love
about
Black Manta. Carl Urban is Black Manta.
Black Manta is, as of right now, is not 100% confirmed, but is being looked at as to be the main villain of the Aquaman movie. With Carl Urban, who played Judge Dredd in the Dredd remake.
So you're trying to tell me, you're trying to tell me here that in the 21st century, when all these companies are desperately begging people to look at them putting more diversity into their products, they're going to turn a black character into a white one.
White Manta?
Yes, I am telling you that.
Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening.
Hey, that's Warner Brothers. So, and
would
he's
do
also
that.
in talks of being Rick Flag. So,
I mean, they made Bane white.
we have RoboCop, Judge Dredd fighting for this Rick Flag role. The thing that comes to me as the surprise, not really a surprise, but it pretty much, relevant now. They're looking for lower tier people to play this Rick Flag character. Why? This goes into the interview that Will Smith and Margot Robbie did. They were doing an interview for the new movie Focus, and some people asked about Suicide Squad. Two things that were really meaningful to talk about from it. One, Will Smith has no idea who the hell Deadshot is. Meaning he took this role solely for the money and the publicity, which means that...
Well, did you realize that when they said that the cast didn't get the scripts?
Are you really surprised?
To be fair, I'm pretty sure when most big name actors get casted in a superhero role, they're not really too familiar with who it is.
Yeah, but they at least...
Some people are.
Yeah.
Some people are, yes, but there are others that aren't,
they still
and eventually
will
come to love the character.
When
He's
they
had enough
came
time.
up to Will Smith about, hey, Deadshot, he just said, yeah.
He's had enough time to at least read the Wikipedia page.
In the interview, he was making it clear he still is working on getting to know his character just yet. He doesn't really... So,
That's all good.
but the other thing that makes that he talked about was somebody asked him about the director David Ayer and the Tom Hardy situation. Now he tried to tiptoe around the Tom Hardy situation, but he said he pretty much talked about, the scripts came in late, but it did seem as if, yes, the character is getting less screen time and the movie is more devoted to Deadshot and the Harley situation, and that this is becoming a turnoff for a lot of people.
I'd laugh my ass off if they asked him about it. He'd be like, "Who's Tom Hardy?"
So now that we know this, they're starting to look for other sort of big name actors, but nobody that's like main marquee, like no
Tom
Tom
Hardy. I thought my character's name was
Carl
Edge.
Urban or Joe Kinderman, I think is the other guy's name. So and apparently David Ayer. I don't know. This is kind of a bad thing from a director's side. He likes to keep Will Smith made it clear that he likes to keep a lot of things inside. He doesn't like to tell his actors a lot until the day of.
Ooh.
That kind of hurts the movie.
That sounds stupid.
He's very secretive about what goes into his scripts.
I don't quite understand.
Now, yeah, everybody else is still on board and they're still dealing with it and they're tight for it, you know. But I don't know. This is my most anticipated comic book movie, and I'm starting to feel nervous about it. Even though David Ayer is a good director, what Will Smith was saying, it's kind of, you know, we know that Will Smith pretty much doesn't know the character that well, which means nobody really knows their character that well. Margot Robbie has said she's been watching Harley Quinn stuff, but we haven't heard anything from anybody else really either.
Are Will Smith and Margot Robbie in like everything together now? Is that like the new package deal?
They were.
Are we gonna find nude pictures of Margot Robbie on Will Smith's cell phone account, and then in retaliation, Jada Pinkett Smith is gonna release Will Smith's dick pics on Twitter?
They were on a British car show together on Sunday.
Yes, they were. Well, they're promoting the movie.
I'm actually kind of interested.
You know, we haven't heard anything from anybody else though. And so it starts to make Will Smith's, answer a little bit more relevant, that David Ayer's giving everything to himself and not everybody's talking, because when the hell did you hear Jared Leto say, "Oh, I'm excited"? You know, besides, like, he's like, well, okay, he did say, "Cool, I have a lot of shoes to fill," but nobody's really saying anything. This could hurt this movie.
I think that's mainly the big reason why they didn't get Gyllenhaal, is because Tom Hardy leaving was kind of a turnoff, and I don't think
apparently this character does not have a lot of presence. He does, but not like enough to have like main billing arc. And they're trying to get these big names for these mediocre characters.
Now, since I'm not, a big Suicide Squad guy, is Rick Flag like the leader or something?
So Brenda Waller created it, and she puts Rick Flag as like he's like the leader, but he's not the leader. He's like he watches them over to make sure that they don't fuck up.
So he's the Nick Fury?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not really.
You would think, yeah, he's about Nick Fury, right?
No.
I mean, that's how I would think of it. I can't think of anybody else can you think of anybody else to refer him as?
No, he's not Nick Fury. I don't know who I refer him to, but he's, like you said, he's not the man in charge. He's just tasked with
he just makes sure that you do
keeping them on leashes.
You do it. You do your thing, and you get the help. David Ayer has also made a lot of he's pulling like a J.J. Abrams and like Zack Snyder on Twitter, posting cryptic pictures of Suicide Squad comics, and he talked about Harley Quinn's character a little bit, saying that it's going to have a lot to do with Joker. But he's trying to confuse us whether or not if it's going to be like a loving thing for the Joker or if it's the idea of love for the Joker. And like I said, it's really cryptic. I don't know. This tends to turn people off when you don't know, and you're trying to get an idea, and it's all over the place, and people are dropping out left and right, and not even the actors. Like I said, Will Smith didn't seem very known about what the hell was going on, so it's confusing. But, so, final thoughts. Different opinions now with all this about the Suicide Squad, Steven.
Well, there's a bit of an echo there. I guess I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, the fact that Will Smith and Maggie, what's-her-face?
Largo.
Sure, let's go with that. Haven't even bothered to look up that. Well, she said she's watched a couple of things with Harley.
But she's learning about the character. But Will Smith say he doesn't really know much about Deadshot.
Yeah, we know these announcements were made, a month, 2 months ago now? And I know they're busy people, but come on. That's a bit
here's the
worrying.
thing, we also have confirmation. Will Smith said they start shooting in April.
Oh God, this movie. Oh, I'm worried about it now.
They start production in April, which is 2 months.
When you get casted, or if you're trying to, research for your role, that you'll figure out who your character is and what they're about and stuff.
I don't know. It seems like Will Smith took it just because he wanted to get back in the spotlight. I mean, he just came out and said that he's really, really heartbroken about how After Earth did. So this is maybe his way of becoming famous again.
Shit, that movie was
Terrible,
fucking garbage.
goddamn, awful movie.
I like Will Smith a lot, and I think he can do good in the role. I just hope he knows what the fuck he's doing and isn't like phoning it in. Which he will, but
to be honest, I don't think it has anything to do with the actors at this point. It does have a lot to do with the secrecy that's going on.
And that is also a good point.
We'll find out in 2 months when hopefully we have some idea of what's going on at the production set. Carroll, different opinions on the Suicide Squad.
I'm gonna be honest, I zoned out.
Great, Carroll's dead.
I haven't.
So, with that...
I mean, it's kind of like, can you tell me a little bit about my character? No, I can't. Sorry, it's not in the script.
Well, then you learn it. Go out and do your own work. I mean, I know they shouldn't, but...
Yeah, Steven, or Will Smith, you do it.
I'm going to strangle you.
We'll move on to the final topic that we have to talk about involving Kick-Ass. Yeah, Kick-Ass. Yeah, they had said in the past that there was a possibility of a Kick-Ass 3 and a Hit Girl spin-off. Matthew Vaughn did an interview saying that he is a lot more open now to doing a Hit Girl spin-off more than a Kick-Ass 3, but he would like to do a Kick-Ass 3. He also talked about possibly doing a prequel. I don't know how the hell that's going to work.
Did he do Kick-Ass 2 or no?
He didn't direct Kick-Ass 2, but he's up for doing it. He worked on Kick-Ass 2, but he didn't direct it. Because he was working on Days of Future Past.
Oh, okay.
He was helping out Days of Future Past while it was going on.
Speaking of that, did you hear about, like, what Matthew Vaughn's version would have been compared to Bryan Singer's version? Like, it wouldn't have been Hugh Jackman, and Quicksilver would have been different.
Yeah, there was plans for Juggernaut and a lot. It's very confusing. But I know I'm a fan. I know Carol's a fan. Would anybody else, the other two, would you want a Kick-Ass 3 and a Hit Girl movie? Steve.
I haven't seen the other two.
Sure, I'd be cool with a Kick-Ass 3 movie. I mean, I've seen, apparently a lot of critics don't like Kick-Ass 2 for some reason. I still don't know why. I thought it was a good movie. A Hit Girl movie, I'm not so sure about. I like Chloe, what's her face. You're not going to correct me? Alright.
Grace Moretz.
Grace
Yeah, let's go with that.
It sounded like a wolf.
Woof! Sounded like he coughed.
But I like her as Hit Girl, I like her as an actress, but my least favorite part of the second movie was the whole high school bit.
The whole love interest thing.
Yeah, that I felt.
It was funny when she tased her and she started. I mean,
I went to see that movie with my dad.
Oh god!
And the funny thing is, he found that scene funny. I didn't.
The reason they did that was because they were trying to incorporate the Hit Girl comic, which is where that's from.
And this is what's starting to get him wanting to. Okay, if you really had to think about it, the most popular character from the Kick-Ass movies and the comic book is Hit Girl.
Sure,
don't you think it'd be maybe a smart idea to make a Hit Girl movie?
Yeah, but was I the only person that found all that love interest stuff very awkward to watch?
Yeah, the ending.
Yeah.
I felt genuinely uncomfortable watching that because I don't like young love interest stories.
Yeah, because you wanted to jerk off instead of having to watch.
Okay.
But if they stick that in the movie, then I'm not going to be interested. If it's just her kicking ass and if I've done it.
He made a pun. I used to do that.
I didn't mean to, but
if it's trying to steal my shtick, we have to burn him now.
If it's her fighting the posteriors, then sure, go ahead.
Alright. Carol, I know you're a kick-ass person. Would you like both of these movies? And no, yes, one or the other?
I would like 3 to get a close on the series, and I don't care for the Hit Girl movie.
And Andrew, you've never seen Kick-Asses.
Because he's like, I'm not old enough.
You should really watch the Kick-Ass movies. They're very entertaining.
I should.
So with that, that's it for movie news.
Bye-bye.
So, I have 3 speedrun questions. Yeah.
Damn it.
We'll do the first one to get it out of the way. I know Steven really doesn't have much to say for it. Maybe Carol, I don't know. So we're gonna stick with Spider-Man at first. And the question was, who is your favorite Spider-Man villain?
So I'm gonna take a whiz.
So, Carol, I don't know, do you have a favorite Spider-Man villain?
I'm going to sleep.
Is that a yes? Carol? Start with Andrew then.
Venom.
Why?
I think I said enough in the episode where everyone started crying at the end.
Carol, do you have one? Oh, you gotta have at least a Spider-Man villain. Oh, this is a waste of time.
I think they're going on protest.
Okay, then we'll skip that question. Fuck it, it's gone. So we'll do the other one.
Wait, what was your answer?
For me it's Sandman. But
Oh, I love the one Spider-Man comic where he hits him over the head with a cane and then pours beer on him and throws a cigarette in his eye. It's my favorite edition.
So, I thought this could be a really funny idea. Steven, are you back now?
I am.
Okay, so SNL just celebrated its 40th anniversary last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, but I was thinking, okay, out of everybody on that cast, who would be the funniest person that I could come up with that we have to debate who would we want to see him play in a comic book movie? So, the question to you is, if Adam Sandler got casted in a comic book movie, who would you want him to play?
Adam Sandler. You're asking a lot of me.
Steven's like, who's that again?
I don't actually
no.
know who that is.
You don't know who Adam Sandler is. You ever see like The Waterboy, Billy Madison?
Oh, that twat.
Grown Ups.
You know who he can be? He can be Uncle Ben in the flashback.
What?
I was actually going to say Uncle Ben as a joke.
Wait.
But instead of Uncle Ben being killed in the present, he gets killed in the past, so we never have to see Adam Sandler in a comic book movie again.
Carol, if Adam Sandler got casted, who would he be? Carol's dead.
He gets casted as Carol and he never turns up.
I was thinking like the Toy Man.
Oh, Lord.
Or like
Did you say Marvel movie or comic book movie?
Comic book in general. Fucking Uncle Ben?
It's the
Green
first thing that
Lantern.
came to mind.
Wait, what?
Oh, you just want the movie to bomb again, don't you?
Yeah. No.
What? If he's gonna be anybody, he's like,
Yeah, Green Lantern.
he could be like,
I hate you.
I doobity, I got a
No,
green
the Riddler.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you besmirch the name of the Riddler with...
So he can be like, riddle me this.
Oobity doobity, riddle me this. The Riddler? I think the Toy Man's a great idea. It's stupid.
Actually, no. I have a good Kingpin.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we're just throwing random names out. Let's
Black
just
Manta.
say, use Adam Sandler as Venom.
Rocket Racer. There
Black
we go.
Manta.
What?
Moon.
The new Lobo.
Adam Sandler
No, that's
as
just going too far.
Oh,
The new Lobo.
Barbara from Gotham.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's great. So, we'll move on to the next one.
The Steven syntax.
Hey,
So I thought of this idea as something that actually could be of interest. We haven't talked about it, so we can do it here. If you had the ability to produce one comic book movie based on any arc in any comic book you've ever read, what would that movie be?
Now, is this, like, not done before, or, like, it could have been done already?
Okay, it's a story arc that hasn't been done. It could feature a character that's already in a movie, but it's your movie based
I got one.
on the arc. So,
So I can't do the Dark
I got
Phoenix
one.
saga?
I got one.
we'll do Carol.
One more day.
Oh,
Oh!
you're doing this just to piss off Stephen.
What are you talking
there is a
about?
cliff. Stand right
Do
on
you
the
actually
edge.
have an arc in a comic book that you would like?
The
And
arc?
it's not a story arc of a character that's already established. A movie based on a character that hasn't been done yet.
Red Hood, nigga.
Look at that!
What?
Nothing.
That was my accident. You can
What?
that.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover. Just put Danny Glover's name in the place of it.
Donald Glover.
But Red Hood.
Yes.
You know.
Now, would you do an entire? Would the whole movie be just about Red Hood, or would it be like a 3-movie story arc?
No.
What?
No.
How would you do it?
No.
That doesn't. What?
No. It'd be one movie. One and done.
How would you do it? Would he already be established, or you? I mean.
You get the Red Hood, then you get the boom boom explosions, then you go the Batman, then you get the boom boom explosions.
I didn't know Bill Cosby possessed Carroll.
I didn't know. So is Bill Cosby going to play Red Hood?
Then again, with the rape allegations, I think Bill Cosby would
Then
Adam.
you get with the pudding, and then the tapioca, then the.
So is Red Hood? So Bill Cosby plays Red Hood and rapes 16 women.
Boom.
Awesome.
Wow.
Steven, if you had the opportunity to produce a comic book movie based on any arc or character story arc, what would you pick?
Countdown to Final Crisis.
The entire Final Crisis? That's a lot.
I wouldn't do that, actually.
Did you say Countdown?
Yes, I did.
Do you know that's a terrible arc?
I like Countdown.
Oh, we'll discuss this later.
I don't think it's good, but I like it.
Is that really your pick?
Sure, why not? Come on, who doesn't want to see Mary Marvel?
That's 50 different comic books,
I don't care. Okay, you just condense it into Mary Marvel flinging Carl Rayner around, whoever the hell it was, for 2 hours, and there you go. We got our movie.
This is something you really want to see.
No, and then Darkseid on the couch. We gotta have Darkseid on the couch.
No, we don't need Darkseid on the couch.
We need Darkseid on the couch. And then you can bring Thanos in there too if you want. They're twins, lost from another mother.
This is going places and shouldn't. Do you actually have a realistic one?
I do have a realistic one.
Alright, explain your realistic one.
My realistic one is the Black Lantern arc. And I think that could only be done in 15, 20 years when we've actually been killing off a couple of heroes and then can have the emotional impact of their loved ones and heroes we've lost.
That would have to be at least 3 movies.
Yeah. Wait, why?
Wow, there's a lot. Okay, if not 3 movies, then 2, because I would say you would end the first movie with Necron happening, and then the next movie is them fighting Necron, and then the world goes back to normal. But remember, there were 7 books based on a different perspective.
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's a lot to it, but I think that'd be fit. The CGI would be crazy, and the cast would be huge.
I think it would be a perfect way to finish the universe.
To end the universe.
But
Well, if that's the case, would you... Okay, I know what mine is. I'll let Andrew go first.
Adam, you watched the 90s Spider-Man show, right?
Yes.
Remember the arc where he starts to, mutate?
So, the Clone Saga?
No, not that. Where, Morbius and the Punisher and all those guys showed up?
Oh.
That. Oh. I think that would actually make for a pretty good movie.
And you would have Morbius and Punisher in it?
Yeah.
And you would...
Why not? I mean, if they're not going to get their own movies, then, why not?
Is there a reason why?
I just always liked that arc.
Oh, alright.
That story, I honestly, I think, because it would be because Spider-Man actually becomes, kind of the villain. So, it could also act as, a solo movie for well, not a solo movie, but, a movie for the Punisher as well. So that could really work.
Interesting concept. Okay, so mine involves Harley Quinn.
No, of course.
It actually doesn't. I would do Flashpoint Paradox.
Oh, no.
Why? Because it's a good, different world perspective. It could be like a what-if movie, right? And it could restart it could be like a prequel to this universe. Because remember, there was a universe beforehand, and now there's this new universe, and then that would cause this universe to be the difference. It'd be cool. Flash would finally have a big purpose in a movie, which would be awesome. You would have the futuristic world with all the Outlanders and stuff, which would be awesome. Cyborg is the chief officer of the government's armies and stuff. The heartbreaking fact that Thomas Wayne is Batman because Bruce is dead and Martha is the Joker, and then the scene at the end of the book when Thomas gives Flash the note saying giving it to Bruce, and you see Bruce cry because he's reading a note from his father. It's heartbreaking. Awesome story arc. I think it would make an awesome 2-part movie.
2 parts.
Yeah, you'd have to do at least 2 parts. I don't think you could do Flashpoint in one movie and have everything in it and make it cohesive. That you would need at least 2 movies. And I wouldn't do this until like Flash 4.
Which is never happened.
Yeah, everything's gonna have 18 different movies eventually by the end of it all.
Now, if we're not going off of realistically and just doing it, I'd do Avengers vs. X-Men, but,
That's a lot.
That would be a clusterfuck.
If I had any...
They would get rebooted halfway through.
If I had any other option, I've said it before, it probably won't happen, because, sexism is a huge issue, but I would do a Birds of Prey movie.
As long as Huntress gets portrayed properly and not that abomination that's walking in Arrow.
She's coming back to the comics, right?
She got, apparently, she's not going to be in the show anymore.
Good.
No, she is.
I heard that she's out of season 3.
Yeah, but she's coming... Yeah, but she's coming back for season 4.
That's not Huntress. That's some woman dressed up as...
Huntress apparently is, she's coming back for season 2.5 of the comics.
Yeah, she's coming back for season 4.
Oh dear God, why? With
why
that,
is there always that one character in all these comic book shows that everyone just hates?
Because
I hate a lot of
yourself at night.
With that, that wraps up this edition of Different Panels. For myself and Steven and Andrew and Carroll.
Can I give the catchphrase at the end?
Well, actually, I already had one.
No, I have one.
Well,
I have one.
I don't care what.
I have one.
But I'm still going to do mine.
No. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formioli.
Right. So, with that, in honor of SNL's 40th anniversary, a once great, no longer with us motivational speaker once made clear, if you don't watch Different Panels, you will become 35 divorced, and you will be living in a van down by the river. Thank you and good night.